Hello everyone, it's Tim Turner, the manager of the Wampanaog home site, and today I have a very special guest here with me. It is Governor Bradford.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Bradford, could you tell me a little bit about your role in the village?
My role here in this town now is as their chief magistrate. I hold the office now as their governor, as it pleaseth the men of the town.
Could you tell me, did you guys celebrate Thanksgiving with the native Wampanaog that were here?
Well, they are not Christian men, so they do not keep a proper Thanksgiving that I am accustomed to. To me, a day of Thanksgiving is usually a day of prayer and a day of fasting.
So would you say you celebrated a harvest festival, or?
Well, our first year here, it was the most difficult that I've ever endured. And after our first harvest was gathered in, it was sort of a harvest home that we had kept. And Massasoit, Usamiquin, the great prince of the Pokanoket, who we had previously formed an alliance with, he had come with, I'd say, probably just less than 100 of his men, 80 or 90 of his men. And upon them, his arrival here in the town, he had sent some of his archers out, and they'd shot, I think it was 5 deer at the time, and bestowed them on myself and Master Standish and some of the other chiefer men of the town, at which time I thought it most meet and convenient to send a small company of men. It was 4 of them at the time, to go out a-fowling, and they in just a few hours had shot enough fowl to feed the town for the better part of a week. The feasting, it sort of lasted, I think, for, well, it was 3 days, to be honest. It was one of the most pleasurable times to have, that we were able to become the partaker of plenty. It was wonderful.
Now, during that time, you did a showing of arms, did you not?
We did. Master Standish, who was an elected officer in the town as myself, he, in the office of captain, our master, had our men exercise our arms for display.
And did also the native Wampanaog show you some of their military?
Oh, they'd see him, Massasoit and a company of his archers. You know, they took out to, we sort of erected a little butt for us to shoot into. A little target was erected, and he had sent a company of his archers out to sort of show their skills as well.
Now, that harvest festival that we talked about only happened that 1 year, but you certainly have other times that you called for days of Thanksgiving.
I did, and I've even had private ones within my own household. I've had 2 children born in the country, as it so pleaseth the Lord here. And after each one of their births, I had a day of Thanksgiving private within my own household. There was a time, it was more of a bridal than a day of Thanksgiving, but it was just 4 years ago, in the summer of 1623, when I had married my second wife, my present wife Alice. And Massasoit again come to the town, this time with over 100 men. It was about 120 of his men, and that wasn't a day of entertainment so much. Besides the bridal, I mean, there weren't much for shooting and things like that. But that only lasted for that afternoon. It was a very pleasant entertainment. He had once again sort of bestowed some $3 or $4 to myself into the bridal, which they had caused to make them up into like a little venison cakes and pasties.
Well, thank you for your time, Master Bradford. We really appreciate it.
Oh, it is my pleasure, and you have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, thank you.